Here's a question. Thank you. Do you have any questions for us? Oh, no, thank you. Hey guys, how you doing? I got an email from Maxwell, from Sam, and also from Marcy, thanking for me for the interview process help, of course, for the Border Patrol. But the question they're all asking was, are there things we should not say during the Border Patrol interview? Sure, for there are 7. Let's get right down to it. The first one is, I don't know. You don't want to say, I don't know. You put across this thought process of, this person may be not secure in who they are. Also, you may put this cast of uncertainty to the Border Patrol panel. So instead of saying, I don't know, listen carefully. You say, that's a good question. What I would do, I would defer to a colleague or my supervisor to find the correct answer. That's what you would do. You're showing with that answer intelligence, you're pursuing knowledge, right? And you just give it a good, solid answer during the interview. It's perfect, right? Number 2, I can't think of an example. When you say I can't think of an example, you're doing the opposite of what all my videos for the interview show. You're not ready. This is why I make so many videos for you guys regarding the interview and the Border Patrol test. If it's your first time seeing my video, there is a direct connection between the test and the interview in the way of situational questions, because the test, my test, and the actual test are over 50% situational questions. The reason why I tell you this is because you can extract that information from the test and use it in an interview. Why? Because again, 50% of the interview questions are situational, if not more. So if you tell them I can't think of an example, it's not good enough. It means you're not ready. It means you haven't practiced. You should be delving into your history, your personal job history, what I've given you on the interview panel examples, what I've given you on the test. First of all, I implore you to take the test. It's down below the link. That test will prepare you for not just the test, but also the interview. It's 115 questions plus. Tried and true questions that are out there for you to test on. Click the link and get started. But when you say things like, I can't think of an example, it tells me right there. I'm on the panel, it tells me this person isn't ready because they haven't practiced for the test. There we go. Third one is, I prefer to work alone. No. You never say you prefer to work alone when working with Border Patrol. You can say, I can work alone, right? I can work a post alone, no problem. But when you put that preference in there, you prefer to work alone in a body that works as a team, the Border Patrol is like the arms of an octopus. They are a team, right? It's not one leg, it's multiple legs working together. When they hear things like, I prefer to work alone, those are danger signs and you will not get a callback. You will not get a callback to go to the next step because they do not want people who don't understand the teamwork of the Border Patrol, okay? So never say you prefer to work alone. Number 4, I left my job because of conflicts. No one wants to hear that. When you say things like that, those are huge buzzwords. Oh my gosh, we got a problem person here. So in today's day and age with cameras everywhere, you see on YouTube all the time, people in uniform getting tested if they can really de-escalate. They're called names on camera. They're seeing how they react. Sometimes people out there pushing your buttons on purpose just to get you on camera to make you look silly. So when you say things like, I left my last job because of conflicts, you don't want to say that. I was in a panel where the interviewee was saying bad things about their boss, their ex-boss. Completely unprofessional. Listen carefully. Write this down. If you've had the worst boss in the world, the worst, me on the interview panel, I should never know that. Never know that. When you leave a job, right? You leave it because it's uncomfortable. Maybe you can't grow, right? There's no room to grow. Things of that nature. You want to focus on looking for growth opportunities. That should be your answer. Or, I am pursuing my dream of becoming a Border Patrol agent. So many people say that because it's in their heart. And you should say the same thing. Anything about your last employer should be, I liked being there. I learned a lot. But now it's time to pursue my real dream of becoming a Border Patrol agent. That's how you answer that question. Do not slam on your prior employer. It makes you look bad. It makes you look like you're going to come to the BP with problems for them, and they do not want to deal with that. Understand? The sixth one is here, is that people sometimes say, I heard a guy say in an interview 3 years ago, he says, it looked kind of cool. Why do you want to be a BP agent? It looked kind of cool. What kind of answer is that? It's answers like that that made me start my channel years ago to help out people in the BP and CBP areas of professionalism, because that's not an answer. You have to, when they ask you things like, why are you here? Why do you want to be a BP agent? Things like that. You have to, what I say, you got to go for the historical answer. What do I mean by that? You've got to go back 4 or 5 years, and you should want it, honestly, even 2 years. Here's your answer. For a few years now, I've wanted to be a BP agent. I see the Border Patrol, what they do, protect the nation. They, to me, are the first line of defense. I want to stand on that line of defense and keep my country safe. It's a simple answer, and it's an honest answer, because what Border Patrol agent isn't keeping us safe, right? They all are. That's their job. And so it's an excellent way to answer that question. Like, you want to keep us safe. That's a perfect answer, right? But the Border Patrol occupation, the career, should not come across from you as someone who is just looking for a job. The last one here, I've seen 2 or 3 people per month not get a call back just because of this. And here's the question. Thank you. Do you have any questions for us? Oh, no, thank you. You're not going to get a call back. You are showing a complete lack of intelligence when you do not ask any questions at the interview when it's done. It makes me irritated, because I see some really good people just kill their chances of getting any kind of callback from Border Patrol because they're not asking questions. There's no way in that 30 to 45 minutes are we able to answer every aspect of that job that you may have while we're sitting there controlling the whole situation, right? You have to take control of that interview at some point. You take the control at the end of the interview, because people keep thinking, for some reason, interviews are one-way streets. They are not one-way streets. They are two-way streets. You have to ask questions that set you up for success as well. And the only way you're going to get that is if you ask the questions. Understand? If you say, no, thank you, I'm happy with the whole interview, have a good day, bye-bye, you will not get a call back. You need to go somewhere else. That's what you got. That's what you got to do. Questions to ask. First question you want to ask is, yes, thank you for the opportunity. I want to know, sincerely, what is it about being a Border Patrol agent that makes you want to come to work every day? It's a great question. It turns the tables. Now you are controlling the question and answer period. You're asking them now, as the interviewer, what is it about your job that is so exciting for you to come to work to? It's a great answer, a great question to ask. Number 2, ask this question. Yes, what are the behaviors and intelligence and position of your best Border Patrol agents? Because I want to be just like that. So you're asking them what are their attributes of their best, because you want to be the best. It's an excellent question to ask. Excellent question. Number 3, the last one here I'm going to give you is this. What do you think are the obstacles I will encounter in my first year as a Border Patrol agent? Great question. And they can say what they want to say, but they are, again, being interviewed by you because you're asking great questions. You understand, guys? This is how it works out there. You have to come across as a curious, intelligent, and deeply interested person at the interview. That's how you go to the next step. If you sit there like a log, they're going to treat you like a log and you'll be thrown out of there, okay? Word of advice that 2,000 people have already taken. Take my test below, click the link, test yourself. In my test are questions that you will encounter at the interview and also on their test. Guaranteed you're going to see some questions like that. All right? Good luck to you. So there's 7 things you do not ever want to say at the interview. All right? Take care. Bye-bye.